Welcome to all the bold, courageous, and powerful women tuning into Find Your Fabulous. I'm your host, Dr. Diane, and it's time to ignite your full power. Are you ready to embrace your talents and worth and unleash the wise goddess within? I've got the information, inspiration, and revelation you need to ignite your personal power so you can stop playing small and reclaim the passion and purpose that we all hold within us. Connect with other powerful spiritual women who yearn to be fully expressed. The world needs you. Full power. Let me guide you to find your fabulous and ignite your inner goddess. It all starts now on the Find Your Fabulous show. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Diane, and you are listening to Find Your Fabulous. It's time to ignite your full power on Transformation Talk Radio. Stay with us for the next 30 minutes and let us help you experience the pathway to finding your fabulous. Every first and third Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Central, and 11 a.m. Eastern Time, where we will have information, inspiration, and revelation to help you ignite your personal power and reclaim the passion and purpose we all hold within us. I am here this morning with my fabulous producer, Emily. Good morning, Emily.
Good morning, Dr. Diane.
It's the new year, folks. In this soul and heart expanding episode, let's explore a practice, a sacred ritual to help you make 2025 be a very good year, at least a very good start. And Happy New Year to you all, dear listeners. You know, we have survived 2024, which for so many reasons was an exhausting year for myself and so many other people. You know, although we have no control over world events or even the craziness occurring in our own Washington, D.C., we do have control over ourselves. We can choose to focus on, and the choices we make are completely in our control. And we can provide aid to the chaotic world through meditative prayer and prayer practices that deliberately and consciously send love and light out into the quantum field. You can listen to my December 2nd podcast to learn some easy practices to do just this. So, instead of fretting over the news, we can help ourselves and by extension, everyone we touch through putting our emotional and spiritual energy on personal growth and development. Wouldn't you agree? It can give us a sense of progress, of success, of improving our lives. In the second half of the podcast, we're going to do a sacred meditative practice to set some intentions for 2025. So if you can create a quiet, private space to meditate and journal, that will help you get the most out of this practice. If you don't currently have the ability to do this, you can always go back and listen to the second half of the program again at a time when you have more privacy and quiet. But before I take you through this process that allows you to place your growth intentions on the most juicy areas of your expansion, let's explore the cultural tradition of making New Year's resolutions. For some folks, January 1st is just a date on a calendar, but for many, the new year gives us a feeling of a fresh start, a chance to make improvements, to do a do-over even. Our cultural tradition of setting resolutions is connected to the very ancient pre-Christianity celebration of winter solstice, which just happened on December 21st. The winter solstice is the shortest day of the year in the northern half of the Earth, the northern hemisphere, which means that the days will slowly begin to get longer from December 22nd on. Very good news to those of us who live in the snowy north. Now, the pagan peoples celebrated this astronomical event with family gatherings and roaring fires, feasting, and entertainment. Sounds a lot like our own holiday celebrations, doesn't it? Winter solstice was a time to celebrate the return of the light a little bit each day in the midst of the dark, cold winter. Spiritually speaking, winter solstice is a time for reflection on rebirth, renewal, and the triumph of the light over the darkness. It has long been a time to reflect upon that which you are ready to release and that which you would love to create or birth in the coming year. So when the ancient Catholic Church, eager to convert the pagan tribes to Christianity, co-opted the winter solstice celebration and placed Christmas, the celebration of the birth of Jesus, at this sacred time of year, some of the pagan traditions persevered, like the fires and the Yule logs, holly and evergreens. But the celebration of rebirth and renewal and the triumph of the light over the darkness transformed into the celebration of the birth of Christ as representing the light coming into the world. Just a little tweak. And the tradition of reflecting upon that which you were ready to release and what you would love to create or birth in the coming year morphed into our New Year's resolutions. But just as Christmas has transformed from a primary religious holiday into a big commercial event with lots of spending, overeating, gift giving, and partying, social merrymaking, New Year's celebrations have also become a little dimmed down, having turned into a time to party and make resolutions that never seem to go anywhere. New Year's resolutions are now a more superficial versus a sacred, a more intellectual versus spiritual exercise of things I should do or things the culture says I should do. I should lose weight. I should exercise and be more fit. I should own my own house. I should look for a new job and climb the corporate ladder. I often joke with my clients, stop shooting on yourself. Shoulds come from a place of self-judgment and even guilt placed on us by others' beliefs. They don't come from a place of true desire, of inner wisdom or personal hunger for growth and expansion. Now, nobody likes to be criticized or judged, and that is why these should-based resolutions die before the end of January if they ever get off the ground in the first place. In fact, the second Friday in January is called Quitter's Day. Isn't that funny? If we really want to create change in this new year, we will do much better to look back to the ancient practices of creating sacred ritual and using a reflective, meditative process to tune into our inner world and our inner wisdom, where access to our deeper desires lie. Now, we are going to take a short break, and when we return, I will guide you through a special New Year's practice. So make sure to have a journal or writing materials and a quiet, comfortable place to sit and do this sacred work. I am Dr. Diane, and you are listening to the Find Your Fabulous show. You can find out all about me and my empowerment coaching and free empowerment resources at my website at fullpowerwomen.com. Or reach out to me directly by emailing me at drdiane@fullpowerwomen.com. And now it's time for a break. Hello, it's Dr. Diane, and we're back on the Find Your Fabulous show. And we are going to now work on setting our New Year's intentions. Make sure you have paper and a pen and a comfortable place where you can close your eyes and go into your inner space and make contact with your inner wisdom. This is completely guided by me, so just relax and join the process. Are you ready? I'm going to put on a little music, and here we go. All right. Close your eyes. And let's begin to ground into our physical body by noticing the feel of our feet on the floor, our seat in our chair, our back against the backrest you're sitting very tall, and your hands wherever they may be resting. Then begin some deep, slow breathing deep into your belly, releasing fully on every exhale. Breathing in and letting go. Breathing in and letting go. Breathing in and letting go. Just take a few more deep, luscious breaths. And now, feeling deeply inward, ask your inner wisdom to help you in this process. Just ask for guidance. Now, open your eyes. And I want you to start to journal on the blessings, wins, and challenges of 2024. How did you show up for yourself, your loved ones, your community this past year? I'll give you about 2 minutes before we go to our next piece. What were your blessings, the wins, and the challenges of this past year? Seconds more. But you can always return to the flow. All right, let's put our pens down. Now, look over what you wrote and give yourself a mental atta-girl for the wins and some deep compassion for the challenges. Later, do whatever ritual feels right for putting 2024 to bed, perhaps burning your journal entry. Now, let's go back to some deep breathing. Breathing deliberately into your heart space and your soul energy at the center of your being. With your eyes gently closed, just breathe in and out deeply, completely. Breathing in and out. And tune in once more into your inner wisdom, your wise woman. Call her up purposefully again. Begin to ask your inner wisdom, what is it I most deeply desire to create in 2025? Then get quiet and just listen, opening your inner ears, opening your inner eyes, and being open to any wisdom, insights, visions that wish to come. And if you wish, you can jot down a few notes on any of the wisdom that came to you. And then when you're done with that, turn to some deep, slow breathing. Now, we're going to specifically reflect on 4 important life areas, one at a time, and ask for information from our inner wisdom on our growth, needs, and deeper desires. We will journal any insights and then go on to the next area. We will do this fairly quickly, but you can always go back after the call and visit each life area again. I just want to give a feel for this process, and who knows what wisdom will unfold. There will be a handout on the podcast show notes with some instructions and 8 different life areas to reflect upon, to go back to. But for now, close your eyes once more, if they're still open, and go back to that deep, rich breathing deliberately into your heart space. Just letting that breath calm and deepen, each breath going deeper. Tune into your inner wisdom, your wise woman, and call her up purposefully. And ask her, what is it I most deeply desire to create in my relationship with myself? What is it I most deeply desire to create, to express, to experience? And then just open up to any wisdom that wants to come without judgment. Maybe it's about self-love. Maybe it's about freedom from your inner critic. Whatever wisdom comes to you about your relationship with yourself. And if you wish, take a moment to write down any wisdom and return. Let's go back into depth again, breathing deeply with our eyes closed, asking that wonderful inner wisdom. What is it I most deeply desire to create in the area of health and wellness? What is it I most deeply desire to create, to express, to experience in the area of health and wellness? And then opening up to anything that comes. Perhaps it's healing illness. Perhaps it's creating more vibrant energy and wellness. Perhaps it's becoming more fit. Really doubling down on healthy movement. Just open up to anything that wishes to come. And if you care to, writing down a few notes about anything that's coming to you, any of this divine intelligence, and then returning with eyes closed, breathing deeply. Right. Closing your eyes once again if they are not already closed, breathing deeply into that center of your being once more, and asking the third question. What is it I most deeply desire to create, to experience, to express in the area of creativity, play, and fun? Creativity, play, and fun. What is it I most deeply desire to create? Perhaps it's spending times on hobbies or exploring new ones. Perhaps it's just creating more playtime and downtime. Perhaps it's travel. Perhaps it's some kind of creative expression. Open up. Any wisdom may want to come. Let's ask our wisdom one more question, closing your eyes if they are not already closed, breathing deeply into the center of your being, and asking, what is it I most deeply desire to create in the area of spirituality, my connection to the divine? What is it I most deeply desire to create, connect, to experience? And open up to any wisdom that wishes to come. Perhaps it's deepening your intuition. Perhaps it's creating more spiritual connection. Perhaps it's really making time for breathing and meditation. No wrong, no right. Listen to what your inner wisdom has to say. And take a moment, write down anything you heard if you wish. Then return, eyes closed. Now you may have received whisperings in each of the 4 areas, or maybe just one is enough. But I'm going to read them back, and I want you to notice which one has the most energy. Relationship with self, health and wellness, creativity, play and fun, spirituality. Now, whichever 1 or 2 has the most energy, ask inner wisdom for a first step in fulfilling the intention. Not a strategic plan, just the first step to begin fulfilling this intention. Do not judge the wisdom, just note it. Now, take 3 deep breaths in and out, in and out, in and out. And when you're ready, return to the room. Welcome back. I hope this feels like a very different process than writing out resolutions. You know, after you master that first step you heard, you can revisit your inner wisdom and ask for the next. And you continue doing this until your intention is fulfilled. And there's no timeline. There's only positive, good intention. And all manners of miracles may happen along the way. So let me use myself for example. I got the biggest hit in health and wellness to create vibrant health and steady energy in 2025. And I heard from my inner wisdom, get more sleep. Now, that wasn't a specific instruction about how to do that, but I had a knowing. So my first doable mini goal was to turn off all my devices by 9 p.m. and be in bed by 10 p.m., thereby creating the space on work days for 8 hours of sleep versus my usual 6 hours. And after that habit is established, I can tune into my inner wisdom and ask for the next mini goal. And that's how we do it. I wish you peace. I wish you calm. I wish you a world full of love and light and positive change. Reach out if I can support you in any way at Dr. Diane at fullpowerwomen.com, or if you'd like a complimentary discovery session for a little more help and direction, there's a scheduling link on the podcast description. And you can explore all about me and my empowerment coaching and free empowerment resources at my website at fullpowerwomen.com. I want to thank you all for joining me on this special edition of Find Your Fabulous with Dr. Diane. I had a wonderful time. Please join me every first and third Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Central, and 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And next time on the Find Your Fabulous show, on January 20th, I will be unpacking the new book by Kathy Gardarian, a dear sister from my last women's retreat. Her book is called The Wisdom of Love in Business, Transformational Tools for Entrepreneurial Success. You won't want to miss this one. But bye for now. Go out and find your fabulous. You deserve no less. Bye-bye now. I'm your host, Dr. Diane, and you have been listening to Find Your Fabulous. It's time to ignite your full power. Tune in every first and third Monday of the month at 8 a.m. Pacific Time on Transformation Talk Radio for information, inspiration, and revelation to ignite